Namaskar dosto. Today is 15th September 2021. Welcome to my channel Trade Plan Nifty. This channel is my journey in stock market, where on this specific video on daily basis I disclose my trade plan for the Nifty for the coming trading session, review my today's trade and share my learning and MTM at end of the video. I hope these discussions will add value to your trade setup and trading ideas. Today on my TradingView platform, our channel has touched 701 followers. So first, let me start this video by saying thank you very much to all my followers and subscribers on my TradingView as well as on my YouTube channel. It's your comment, motivation, and likes motivates me and come back on daily basis and make this particular video. So it looks like Nifty has almost crossed weekly H3, which was at 17,500 and our weekly target. Now let's see what we have in store. But before we get into that, let's have a quick look on how the global markets are looking. So S&P 500 as of now is again on daily chart. Looks like that it is taking a support as expected on 50 bar moving average and has started moving up. US government 10 bond yield is also in the zone of 1.3 and 1.2 and just about 20 bar, but not a big problem over here. And dollar index is going down, so it's taking a resistance at 20 and 50 and it's going down. So this is definitely a very good sign for a bank nifty. So today at least the global trend is giving indication which is on upside. Now let's have a quick look on our key elements of our market. So when we look into Bank Nifty, we see that Bank Nifty has closed today above 8, above 20, so definitely an uptrend. But we see that Bank Nifty is in consolidation between 37,050 to 36,500. And if you want to pull this consolidation a little bit on upper side, we see a one small spike touching 37,200 also. But definitely 37,050 and is a very strong resistance for a Bank Nifty. And we need to see whether Bank Nifty has a capacity to break this and move up. And that could be possibility because HDFC in past week, HDFC Bank has had a sharp correction, and today it has taken a support on monthly H3 and it's shown some green bar, although not a very positive green bar, but at least 1533 is getting hold, but it is still below 20 and below 8 bar. So if HDFC Bank starts moving up and breaks 15,550 1555, then definitely Bank Nifty will get the required push to come out of this particular consolidation zone, which is at 37,050. If Bank Nifty comes out of 37,050, then the next target for Bank Nifty could be 37,600, which is a monthly H4 for Bank Nifty. Reliance is still struggling to now come off 2395 zone, which will act as a very strong resistance. But after a few sessions fall, today again it is shown a green bar, but still a weak, not a very strong price action here. For Reliance, it is very important that it breaks 2395, and if it breaks 2395, then the next target for Reliance is again 2450. But it shows that Reliance has a good steam left to move towards 2450 if it crossed 2395. But as of now, it has closed below 8 bar moving average and still looking little weak. And the next support for Reliance could be at 2325 and 2383 zone. So with that in background, let's have a look into Nifty. So when you look into Nifty, we see that Lalaji has having a very strong week, and the last week trend is continuing. This week also, it has touched the weekly pivot and taken a support on that side and has shown a very strong move. And today it is closed at 17,520, which is definitely above all the critical moving average. And now on weekly basis, the 8 bar is coming as close at 16,740. So weekly, definitely it is an uptrend. On daily chart, we see that today we had a breakout session and market took a support on 8 bar moving average on daily chart and has come out of 17437 resistance level, and now it has closed above monthly H3 of 17519. Now on top side, it will have a very good resistance at 17564. This is a yearly H4. So this should act like a H4. So 17564. So this should act like a very strong resistance. If 17564 is broken, then the next target for Nifty is 17857 for month of September. On bottom side, now it will have a very good support at 17350 and 17420 zone, and also yeah, 7420 zone. But on daily chart, definitely it is looking in uptrend. 15-minute also, we don't see much change. We see that today market had a super trend day and it closed above 8, above 20 and above 50. So here also the trend is up. Now let's try to confirm this with the help of CPR. So when we look into CPR, we see that tomorrow's CPR is above today's CPR. So definitely the trend is up. Now let's see if tomorrow morning the trend will continue, and we see that Singapore Nifty is currently at 17522, and for tomorrow pivot is at 17479. So tomorrow's pivot is 17480. So if so, what can do? So what is the trade plan for tomorrow? So for trade plan, if the open is above pivot, which is at 17479, idea is buy on dip. So as a defensive trader, the first idea is buy on dip, either at pivot, which is at 17479, or at 17437, and another lot maybe at 17419 with a stop loss at 17415. So trade plan 4 is 17480, 17440 with a stop loss of 17415 and 17415. Here we may get 2.3 with a target of 17564. If 17564 is broken, then the target could go as high as 17625, which is a R2 for tomorrow. So buy on dip either at pivot, which is at 17480, or at L3, which is at 7479, 17480 and 7439, 17480, 7440 with a stop loss at 17415, 17415. And if you want to get lucky, if it comes down, the best possible scenario will be to buy at 17420 zone, somewhere closer to S1, for a target of 17564. Second idea is that it opens and it starts moving up. So that is not a trade which I would like to take, and I would like market to correct before I enter. And for any scenario, if market is opening below pivot, then it is sell on rise at previous day high level of 17533, which is also 17559 and 17599, 17599 and 17600. Yeah, closer to the monthly yearly pivot. So if that is a scenario, only if it opens below pivot. One, if want to be adventurous, can also think about if it opens above pivot and starts moving up, then somewhere closer to 564, one can short with a stop loss above R1, which is at 517, 573, for a target of 17420. So that is also one trade which one can take. I would not prefer to take that trade. I will, as a defensive trader, go for a buy on dip and follow this trade plan. That is 74080 and 7440 with a stop loss at 17415 and 17415. Please consult your financial advisor before you take any trade. Now let's say what happened today. So today the idea was that we enter a market with a clear understanding that it is in not sure in which direction the trade is going to go, but idea was to look at the pivot and get an idea. Sorry, to look at the open and get an idea. And open was above pivot, and I entered on 15-minute breakout over here with one lot, and I carried the whole position. And then somewhere on this green bar, I got out. First I got out on this red bar, and then I got out, no, first I got out on this red bar because I was trailing with 8 bar moving average, and during this red bar I got out of one lot, and I entered the second lot, then I got out on this lot, and then again I made a one entry and for a one lot and moved to 7,500 and exited here. So these are my orders for today. Buy 17,410, 17,443, then got out, then again enter one lot and exited one lot. So I made a simple profit of around 3,565 rupees on Nifty. I was the learning. So learning for today is two. First is when I look into my swing trade strategy. Uh, the mistake which I'm making is that on swing trade I'm following 15-minute chart. So idea is that if I'm going for a swing trade, then the chart which I have to follow is a daily chart and follow the 8 bar moving average to take the full advantage of the move. So I have entered somewhere here, and idea was to touch 17,550, and on this red bar I exited my position and I shuffled my play. So if I was just hold it yesterday and I still have would have continued, the chart or trade setup at nowhere giving a signal to exit. So this trade was still going on, and on 15-minute chart is where I should play intraday. So that's one of the biggest learning which I have for this week. Second is trailing stop loss has to be for me the strategy is 8 bar moving average, and continue with 8 bar moving average till the market will throw you out of the market, and do not physically change the stop loss on the system. Keep a stop loss at 20 bar moving average on the system, and whenever a candle close below 8 bar, then only exit the position. So there are some cases like this where I have kept my stop loss here, and it took my stop loss and the trend continued, so it again went up, so it was very difficult to take a second entry here. So hold it with the 20 bar moving average, and just let it go. When the candle gets close below 8 bar, then only exit the position manually. So that's the second learning. I will make a one video in this week on a trailing stop loss and the strategies. uh, Stay healthy, wear mask. Jai Hind.